Hello, everyone, and welcome to Easy Walk to English Grammar. Today, we are diving into an exciting topic transforming active voice into passive voice with a special focus on interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory sentences. Whether you are here to brush up on your grammar skills or learn something new, you are in the right place. So, let's get started and make learning fun and easy. Here is a brief overview of active and passive voice. Active voice. In an active voice sentence, the subject performs the action expressed by the verb. Example, the cat, subject, chased, verb, the mouse, object. Structure, subject plus verb plus object. Dear friends, if you can identify subject, object, and verb in a sentence, please do watch the videos on verbs in our channel Easy Walk to English Grammar. Links are provided in the description box. Now, back to our point here. Passive voice. In a passive voice sentence, the subject is acted upon by the verb. Example, the mouse, subject, was chased, verb, by the cat, object. Structure object plus form of to be plus past participle plus by plus subject. Key differences between active voice and passive voice. Active voice focuses on the doer, subject. Passive voice focuses on the action and the receiver of the action, object. Clarity and conciseness. Active voice is generally clearer and more concise. Passive voice can be more complex and wordy. Purpose of transformation. Emphasis. Passive voice allows us to emphasize the action or the receiver of the action rather than the doer. Example, a masterpiece was painted by Leonardo da Vinci. Emphasis on the masterpiece. 2. Formality and objectivity. Passive voice is often used in scientific and formal writing to create an objective tone. Example, the experiment was conducted to test the hypothesis. Unknown or irrelevant subject. When the doer of the action is unknown or not important, the passive voice is useful. Example, the window was broken. Doer is unknown or irrelevant. 4. Avoiding blame or responsibility. Passive voice can be used to avoid assigning blame or responsibility. Example, mistakes were made. There is no direct blame. Now, we are focusing on the passive voice transformation of interrogative sentences. Examples of WH questions. You can see in both the examples given below, WH words are used to frame questions. Who wrote the letter? By whom was the letter written? The second example, what are they doing? Passive formation is what is being done by them. When question words are used in interrogative sentences, keep the question words as they are in the beginning of the sentence. Exception is who. It will become by whom in passive. All other changes are the same as we dealt with in the first video. Watch it if you please. A link is given in the description box. Questions with forms of do. Examples. Do they play football? Is football played by them? Did she complete the assignment? Was the assignment completed by her? Here, according to the tense of the forms of do, appropriate auxiliary verbs should be given to begin the passive voice. You should also consider the singularity and plurality of the subject when using auxiliaries in the passive voice. When the subject is singular, use singular auxiliaries and use plural auxiliaries when the subject is plural. If you would like to know more about main verbs and auxiliary verbs, please do watch the video on the that in our channel Easy Walk to English Grammar. Link is provided in the description box. Questions with auxiliaries. Examples. Can we solve the problem? Can this problem be solved by him? Will they finish the project? Will the project be finished by them? Here, what you have to notice is keep the auxiliaries as they are in the beginning of the passive voice. Other changes are the same as we dealt with in the first video. Let me remind you of that. This is the second video in our series of active and passive voice transformation. An important thing that you have to keep in mind is that the interrogative sentence in the active voice will be interrogative sentence itself in the passive voice too. Question will remain as question itself, and there will not be any change in the tense of both the active and the passive voices. Don't confuse active and passive voice with the reported speech. And one more thing, without knowing tenses thoroughly, you will find these transformations difficult. If you'd like to learn tenses in English in detail, please do watch the tenses series in our channel Easy Walk to English Grammar. Links are provided in the description box. Now to imperative sentences. Examples. Close the door. Let the door be closed. Please pass the salt. Let the salt be passed. Here, we focus only on one way of transforming imperative sentences into their passive voices. If we want to avoid mentioning the subject in the passive voice, begin the passive voice with the auxiliary let. Other changes are the same, those we have learned with the passive voice constructions using auxiliaries in the first video of this active and passive voice series in our channel Easy Walk to English Grammar. Exclamatory sentences. Examples. What a beautiful song she sings. What a beautiful song is sung by her. How well he plays the guitar. How well the guitar is played by him. Notice that when exclamatory sentences are transformed to passive voices, the first part of the sentence where we express a strong emotion should be kept as it is. Changes occur only in the latter part of the sentence. We'll go for a recap of the things we learned in this video. Active voice structure. Subject performs the action. Passive voice structure. The action is performed on the subject. Transformation of interrogative sentences. Focus on changing the question structure while maintaining the meaning. Examples include WH questions, questions with do, and other auxiliaries. Transformation of imperative sentences. Use let to help convey the passive command. Examples. Close the door. Let the door be closed. Transformation of exclamatory sentences. Maintain the exclamatory nature while transforming to passive voice when possible. Examples. What a beautiful song she sings. What a beautiful song is sung by her. Importance of mastering these transformations. Enhanced writing skills. Understanding how to switch between active and passive voice improves versatility and clarity in writing. Emphasis and focus. Passive voice allows you to emphasize different parts of the sentence, placing importance on the action or the object rather than the subject. Formality and tone. Mastering passive voice is essential for formal, academic, and scientific writing, helping to create an objective and neutral tone. Effective communication. Knowing when to use active or passive voice helps in crafting precise and effective communication, especially in professional and technical contexts. Grammar mastery strengthens overall grammar skills and understanding of sentence structures, leading to better comprehension and usage of the language. Now, try these questions. Practice questions. Interrogative sentences. You have to transform the following sentences into their passive voice. 1. Who is painting the house? 2. What did they discover during the expedition? 3. Are you reading the book? 4. Can she solve the puzzle? 5. Will they organize the event? Now to imperative sentences. 1. Open the door. Do your homework. Wash the dishes. Please turn off the lights. Complete the project by tomorrow. Exclamatory sentences. What a fantastic job she did. How beautifully he sings. What a stunning performance they gave. How gracefully she dances. What a mess they made. Answers for these questions will be given with the next video. Answers for the exercise section in our previous video, they are given in the description box down below. Please do check them. That wraps up our session on transforming active to passive voice, including interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory sentences. If you have any question or need further clarification, please drop them in the comments below. I'm here to help. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And of course, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more insightful content. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the